Welcome back to another episode of Air Academy News. I'm Britton Schmidt.
And I'm Adriana Gutierrez. We have a great show lined up for you this week as we transition to summer break, FBLA State, saying goodbye to a beloved teacher, and a special Kadet Sports segment.
This is Air Academy News.
For our rapid-fire random news segment this week, we're wrapping up the year with some amazing stories. Prom, the Air Academy Film Fest, and Congressman Jeff Crank took time to sit down with students and staff.
Did you go to prom this year? It was a beautiful night for our upperclassmen and a great way to start the end-of-year festivities. The dance was on April 18th and is always one of the most exciting events of the year. The theme was an enchanted evening, and the students got to enjoy the beautiful venue of Flying W Ranch and its gorgeous mountainside location. Students danced in gorgeous dresses and dashing suits, and it was the last dance for most of our seniors starting the end of their high school journey.
The Air Academy FBLA team went to the state competition on April 2nd through 4th after qualifying in regionals, and they headed up to the Gaylord Rockies to see how far they could go. Out of 4,000 people, there were 55 cadets that made it to state in different topics like project management, business marketing, and broadcasting journalism. 7 are going to nationals, which is in San Antonio from June 29th to July 2nd. The people who placed from the top 2 are Sean Kennedy in advanced accounting, Jack Fallander and Brody Winnett in hospitality and event management, and I placed 2nd in journalism. There was a lot of representation in the top 10 from Air Academy. Our Air Academy color guard have worked hard this season, perfecting their skills and technique. This hard work has resulted in them landing a spot in the World Championships, where they placed 41st out of 51 teams. Coach Javante Washington has dedicated his time and energy to coaching the team and training them to be the best they could possibly be. If you see any of our color guard on the halls, make sure you congratulate them. If you're interested in joining next year, talk to Coach Washington and help our cadets continue to dominate.
The Air Academy High School Film Program recently hosted their 4th annual film festival on May 2nd. This is an accumulation of all of the projects the film club and film classes have worked on throughout the year, showcasing films such as Famous for Nothing, Call Me, and Winter Sun, with a wonderful turnout selling lots of tickets. In addition, on May 3rd, members of AHS Film went to Pueblo for the Kick-Ass Film Competition Awards ceremony and won 1 award out of 6 nominations for their film Halloweenies, made in only 72 hours. Congratulations to the members of AHS Film for this great achievement.
Air Academy High School has won the Purple Star Award for being incredibly welcoming and helpful to children in active and past duty military families. On the afternoon of Thursday, April 23rd, we held a giant assembly to celebrate this monumental achievement. It was an amazing celebration. With the entire school present, we had our JROTC members displaying colors, demonstrating discipline, and representing why it was us who achieved the Purple Heart Award. We also had many amazing guests come and speak to the entire school, including the Lieutenant Governor Primavera. This assembly was incredibly important, with our school being inside the Air Force Academy and having a very large amount of military kids.
I think it's important because Air Academy supports the students that we want to be supported. We understand that when you have a parent in the military, deployed or whatever, it's a sacrifice for you too. So we want to make sure that you get the support you need to handle it and get through it.
This year, on March 30th, we had the amazing opportunity to hear Jeff Crank, a United States representative, give a speech about the roles and responsibilities of a person elected into office. Representative Crank talked about his experiences in government and even current world events and problems being discussed in the House of Representatives. After his speech, he participated in a Q&A session with the students, allowing them to engage and prepare for life in the real world. He then stayed behind to speak with and shake hands with students who had follow-up questions and wanted to know more about the government. This visit allowed students to learn and interact with the sitting member of the office, which is a rare and amazing learning experience for students at Air Academy.
Yeah. Oh, by every account, it's just meeting the youth of America. There's some great young men and women, particularly here, seeing a lot of the the folks that we now nominated to be cadets at some of our service academies, but even beyond that, just really thoughtful questions. I mean, those were some pretty impressive questions. They put a lot of time and effort into them, but just being able to meet them, a lot of times people talk about how the younger generation is, bad or they're lazy or whatever. I get my faith renewed in America every time I come to a school like this.
National Links is a chance for us to take a look at world events and see how they tie back to Air Academy. Even with the instability in the Middle East, graduating high schoolers are still enlisting in the military.
A few of our very own seniors want to serve their country and are entering into the armed forces right after graduation.
Every score they've got is part of the deal.
Our National Links story this week is focusing on Air Academy students who are looking to join the military, despite global conflicts in Iran. There are 13 graduating students who are already enlisting in the military or committing to a service academy. For recruiters visiting Air Academy, you might think it would be difficult to secure enlistees during a time of increased tensions in the Middle East.
With things heating up, we're going to get a lot more of those students that want to be the patriots, right? They want to serve their country, whether it's in a combat capacity or a support role. So we're going to get a lot more of that versus if we're not, having things heat up overseas.
For freshly graduated seniors, entering the military can be scary, and it doesn't help that there is so much happening in our world. One Air Academy student is excited for the change and all the potential opportunities the military could provide.
Yeah, I am pretty excited. I'm also kind of scared, but I think the fear is just for the initial process, like boot camp and all that stuff. Just the fears of going into that. But I'm relatively excited for just starting off my career in the military and getting all those bonuses.
Being active duty, no matter the job, is something to be proud of. And being enlisted doesn't mean you are automatically going to the front lines. Every job in the military is important and needed. Colorado Representative Jeff Crank is on the Armed Services Committee and tips his hat to anyone brave enough to commit years of their life to their country.
It just my hat is off to anyone who will do that. The freedom and the liberty that I talked about, the importance of that, only survives by the blood being spilled, unfortunately, of American citizens. But
in Hot Takes, we spill the tea and take a deeper look at things being talked about in the halls. This week, we looked at all of the parking lot issues at Air Academy. Adriana, sometimes getting out of the parking lot is the longest part of my drive home.
No, yeah, mine too. One time, it was so busy that I got rear-ended in the line, but we were all in such a rush that none of us stopped. That's why I have 2 end-of-the-day partials now. Ben Blodgett is here to break it all down. What's up, Ben?
Thanks, guys. As the year comes to a close, many people are reflecting on their year, thinking back to their happy memories. One thing that nobody is recalling fondly is the Air Academy parking lot. Oftentimes, navigating the asphalt feels like torture, where a lack of order only makes things worse. These past few months, staff and students alike have been passing around the idea of making changes to the Air Academy parking lot and drop-off system. But are these changes really the right choices?
The Air Academy parking lot has been the cause of strife for many over the years. All sorts of mayhem disrupts the flow of traffic, only leading to frustration. Students parked across 2 spaces taking spots away from others, people not checking behind them when backing up, and even people speeding through the lot. While some have become numb to the Mad Max-style obstacle course, Air Academy's traffic problem has serious consequences for staff and students alike that extend far beyond the parking lot.
We've had cars going the wrong direction. It's all directional. It goes one way in, one way out. We've had cars going the wrong way. You also have cars speeding past the speed bumps. And when students are coming out those side doors, they're not really paying attention to that car, and that car's going around it too fast. So that's an issue. Yeah, if everybody would follow the rules, it would go a lot smoother. There's no doubt. Because a majority of these cars in the parking lot are driven by students that are new drivers. So we don't have the best drivers in the parking lot. So if everybody follows that rules, it makes it a lot safer.
Not as dire a problem as the parking lot, but very close. The next subject of further discussion is the drop-off patterns and bottlenecking at the start and finish of every day. Currently, drop-off wraps around nearly half of the school, impacting traffic and timely arrival for other students. Many would like to see the line be changed to form around East Pine Loop. This way, traffic after drop-off could be routed away from the school and not dumped into the limited space also being used by staff and students. We talked to some patient parents waiting in line for pickup.
It just gets really congested, and it's just the number of parents and kids like picking up. It seems to go pretty good, like pretty smooth, but you know, it'd be nice to have like dual lanes maybe.
It definitely helps to be early, but if you are running late, the only thing I would change is as these cars are driving back to do a U-turn to get in the line, it's a pretty tight squeeze. It forces them to get into the east parking lot, which people are trying to leave at the same time, so that could get kind of hectic at times. It is what it is. I get here early, but I am looking forward to my son getting his license, so I don't have to do this anymore.
Some parents and students are concerned about maintaining the order of the line. Under the current system, everyone understands the rules, where to hop in line, and when to exit. If the whole system were to be overhauled, many worry that the new line would be chaotic and full of accidents caused by misunderstandings.
The precarious parking lot situation has created problems. Some students have been unable to get to class on time, consistently find parking, and even park in their designated senior spot. Teachers also see the impacts of the situation, having their spots taken, missing instructional time, and in some cases, having to deal with damages caused in the parking lot. While others feel changes are needed to be made to keep the system running clean, it's up to you to decide what you think, Kadets. Back to you.
Every episode, we hit the halls in search of a new club to learn more about Club Spotlight segment.
We're highlighting the German club this week in their end-of-the-year club meeting to wrap things up. We're also congratulating Frau Likens on being recognized for all the hard work she's put in to build the program. This week on Club Spotlight, we're taking you inside one of our unique language clubs, German. At Air Academy, German isn't just about memorizing vocabulary, it's about experiencing a whole culture. From learning how to introduce yourself to exploring traditions, students are getting a deeper understanding of the language. The German teacher, Frau Likens, also won an award in February. She won Best Teacher of the Year for World Language. She's worked at Air Academy for 5 years and has finally gotten recognition from outsiders. Here's a glimpse into the German club's world. We'll be talking with club members and leaders to find out why they joined and what keeps them coming back.
It's really just about getting to expand on your language and your social skills with the language, but also just having fun with friends and being in an environment where you're safe to make mistakes in your language, but also where you're able to have someone else help you with it.
With the end of the year drawing close, we felt it was only appropriate to sit down with our principal, Dr. Rip, for a year-end edition of Fireside Chat.
This week, we asked her to look back over her first year in the big seat and what she was excited for in the future. So take it away, Jania.
Welcome back, Kadets, to our end-of-year Fireside Chat. I'm here with Dr. Rip to hear her highs and lows of this year. So let's get into it. Like I was talking about, what are your highs and lows for this school year as the new principal?
Yeah, so 25-26 has been filled with a lot of pretty amazing things. I think the high for me is you and the other students and the staff that I get to work with. All the time, it's beyond my wildest dreams in terms of the amount of care and respect that I've experienced and have felt from this community. So I'm super thankful for that. I was thinking about the lows, because in all fairness, you did give me this question in advance. I was thinking about the lows. I don't know if I have anything really significant. I think
that's good to hear.
Yeah, like there's a couple of things that I wish I would have done better. I wish talking about getting to know people, I wish that I knew every single name of everybody in the building in terms of students. And I think I had some pretty unrealistic expectations of myself, maybe coming in learning names. So I think right now I know faces, and I love saying hi to people. I don't know names as well as I want to, and that's something I'm going to keep working on.
Since this school year has finally ended, do you have any plans for going into the next year? Any major changes you want to make that you've observed throughout the school year?
Yeah, I wouldn't say any major changes. I promise I don't have anything huge up the sleeve that's gonna mess up our lives here too much at Air Academy. What I do want to do is make some small tweaks to make things a little bit better. And so one of the changes behind the scenes that's happening that students maybe aren't feeling as much, but I think you'll feel it in the fall, we are going through a much more thoughtful process about how we build our master schedule out, so that things aren't so ripply at the beginning of the school year. And that's going to be helpful not just for students, but it's going to be helpful for teachers also, to make sure that we have the capacity to teach the classes that students want to take, and that we're not over-promising or under-promising. And so that's one of those procedural things that happens behind the scenes. You're not going to feel it really in any significant way, other than I think things will be a lot more smooth and better for our teachers.
All right, well, that's actually amazing to hear. I've had such big problems with my classes, not I'm not being able to take classes because not enough students wanted to join. So it's nice to hear that. All right, and then I've noticed the design boards throughout the school. So it looks like the design process for the school, like the new school, is almost finished. When do you think we're going to get boots on the ground construction?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we do have the design boards. The process is up in 3 or 4 areas throughout the school. One of them is in the main office, central location, so you can kind of keep track of where we're at. We are just about ready here in the next couple of weeks to hand over our plan to the Department of Defense. OLDCC is the organization within the DoD that handles those things. Once we get it back and officially approved, we're going to go through our finalized, like drywall in, finalizing the design of the building next year. And then if things go to plan, we could see first shovel, dirt being shoveled in 2027 or 28. Probably at that point. I don't want to overpromise on that. I have my wish in my mind of what I want to see happen. I don't want to set expectations that are unreasonable. I would still say we're maybe about 3 or 4 years out of actually being in the new building, but it's such a lengthy process that you're going to continue to see communication on that next year. I'm going to make sure that we're talking to students, we're talking to families, we're talking to teachers about those very specific design decisions. So you're going to feel like you're a part of that process no matter how long it ends up taking. But I will say we're making strides in it, and things are going fairly efficiently right now.
Yeah. With the timeline you set, by the time my little sister gets to high school, the school's probably going to be here.
Yes.
And then our final question.
Okay.
What are your plans for the summer?
Oh, my plans for the summer. So I want to explore Colorado in all of its beauty. So I was here for the vast majority of last summer, thoroughly enjoyed it. This summer, I want to do more exploring outside of Colorado Springs. So I've got like the sand dunes on my list, maybe the Black Canyon of the Gunnison on my list. Do you have any recommendations for places I need to go?
Me and my family usually do the incline at least once a summer, but that's more active.
Yes,
so
it
I
is.
don't really know what down to earth stuff.
Okay.
Because occasionally we do some light hiking trails as well.
Sure. Yeah. See, hiking and biking, that's all good. I think I'm gonna have to work up to the incline. I don't know if I would survive that. I don't know if I'd make it to the top, but I like that. That's a good recommendation. So thank you.
Oh, thank you for coming.
We tried something new this year as all of the sports are coming to a close. We've never selected a girls and boys athlete of the year to celebrate their accomplishments.
Austin Dunn has all the highlights from all the spring sports and the results for Kadet Athletes of the Year. Over to you, Austin.
Thanks, Audrina, and welcome back to Kadet Sports TV. I'm Austin Dunn, and on this episode, we will be wrapping up the year with our spring sports, and afterwards, for the first time, we're announcing the Air Academy Athlete of the Year. But first, let's roll the highlights, starting with boys lacrosse. On April 25th, the boys lacrosse team played Cheyenne Mountain High School, and from the start, the Kadets came out firing, as they have all season, scoring the first and jumping to a 3-1 lead in the opening quarter. Cheyenne Mountain answered quickly with the back-to-back goals to even the score out, 3-3. Andrew Nelson powered the Air Academy offense, completing a first-half hat trick as part of a 4 unanswered goals that pushed the Kadets ahead 7-3. The Hawks managed to score once before halftime to slow the momentum, and both teams traded goals in the third quarter. Cheyenne Mountain continued to battle in the fourth, cutting the deficit to just 2 goals and keeping the pressure on. However, Air Academy responded late to close out what proved to be their toughest test of the season. Kadettes win 9-7 victory against Cheyenne Mountain. On April 10th, the girls lacrosse team played against Cheyenne Mountain High School. Sophomore Ayanna Badgett led the Kadettes with 5 goals, helping them hold a dominant lead early in the game. But Cheyenne Mountain fought back with a strong scoring, tying the game up at 8-8. Harper Pike led Cheyenne Mountain in scoring, but it wasn't enough to stop the Kadettes. Ayanna Badgett added 4 more goals, including the 100th goal of her career. The game ended with a final score of 9-8, securing a Kadet victory. On April 14th, the boys baseball team faced the Discovery Canyon Thunders. DCC came out strong in the first inning, scoring 14 runs against the Kadettes, who struggled to find the momentum to shift the game. Brecken Ramsey led the Thunders in scoring with 5 runs. After a solid double by Carter Anderson, the Kadettes were able to get on the scoreboard with 1 run. However, the game was called in the 4th inning due to the mercy rule. The final score was 28-1, with Discovery Canyon earning the win over the Kadettes. Now, for our new segment where we will highlight the Kadet male and female athletes of the year. These athletes were selected by you, the students of Air Academy High School. This started off with the Female Athlete of the Year. Our 2026 Female Athlete of the Year is our very own Kenley Asp. Kenley started her basketball career at CSCS, where she won back-to-back state titles, which ultimately led her to the decision to come to Air Academy, where she would grow under head coach Phil Royko. Here, she would help lead the Air Academy girls basketball team to the Denver Coliseum 2 years in a row. Kenley is a record breaker, breaking points scored in a single game by one player with 49 points in our home game against Coronado and many others. Kenley is set to play D1 basketball at Marquette University in Wisconsin. Kenley's jersey is set to be retired by the school. Kenley's legacy is one that will be admired for many years to come.
I mean, it means a lot. It just shows a lot of the testimony that goes unseen, a lot of the hard work that goes unseen, but it's really just a reflection of the people around me, you know, my coaches, my teammates, my trainers, my family most of all. There's such a village behind me that supported me, installed a belief system into me, so I would not be there without them today, and so yes, it is such an accomplishment, but it's mainly about the people that have supported me up to this moment.
For the boys winner, a multi-sport athlete, senior and goalkeeper Jackson Gore. With a state championship title his junior year and leading his team to the playoffs his senior year, for soccer, Jackson wasn't just a playmaker. He was the heartbeat of a team. Proving that hard work translates to trophies, Jackson plans to study business and political science in college and plans to play Division II soccer at Colorado Mesa as well. In Jackson's career, he has played over 4,000 minutes for Air Academy boys soccer and has 83.71% of goals saved, the average GAA of 1.0. Jackson's hard work at Air Academy will be remembered not just for the games they won, but for the leader and teammate he has proven to be.
You know, it's a really good feeling because my dad's worked here and I've been kind of running around these halls for a long time, and being able to put on Air Academy jerseys for all the sports that I love to go out there and play, you know, it's really close to my heart, the school and the programs that get built here, and yeah, it's just been a great experience and I wouldn't have traded it for the world, so.
And huge congratulations to both Jackson Gore and Kenley Asp for winning Athlete of the Year for both their respective sports, and they're going to be going off to college to play, I believe, D1 on both levels.
Yeah, and just for some context, we're filming this before the playoff season, so we're super excited to come back and see what they do. And good luck to both boys and girls lacrosse and the girls soccer team in their upcoming playoff season.
Yeah, I'm super excited to continue going at it with Kadet Sports Live next year and to continue working with KRDO. So moving on, in the last few weeks, Colorado seems to have given us all 4 seasons. It's been great to not have baseball rained out every week, but we've had some chilly games.
Yeah, and we've had a blast of hail and snow in the past few weeks. So how will finals look for our Kadettes? Our weatherman, Jackie, has the forecast going into the last week of school. What's up, Jack?
Hey Kadettes, I'm gonna be long gone, but here's your finals forecast. It's gonna look pretty nice. We have a high of 70s, low of 40s. There's gonna be a little bit of rain showers just because it's that time of year, so watch out for that. Keep an umbrella on hand. But I hope you guys have an amazing summer in Sko'Dets.
So we've been doing Alum Tracker all year, but this segment is super special. I was able to track down the very first Air Academy soccer captain, and we took him back to the school and walked through the hallways, and he told us a bunch of stories about what Air Academy was like 50 years ago.
The Air Academy halls hold so many memories from multiple generations, including Steve Berlansky, who graduated from Air Academy as the class of 1976. He was the very first captain of the boys soccer team and was an athletic pioneer back when Air Academy was the only high school in District 20. His stories painted Air Academy in a way that current students would never have imagined.
We didn't have all the clubs that you kids play on now, and so we would have all-star teams from town go to play some of the big tournaments and state tournaments.
Steve came back to Air Academy in 2022 to help coach the soccer program C Squad. He describes it as an incredible full circle moment to return to the years he looks back on so fondly. So many things have changed since the 70s, but the experiences and lessons he shared are timeless. He expressed how his favorite part of high school in his time was the community involvement and support that encouraged his class to fund teams and start Kadet traditions that live on today. Steve's passion for sports and connection only increased as he later entered the field of physical therapy, helping his community heal and thrive in the passions he shared with them. The opportunity to walk down memory lane with Steve was an inspiring reminder to cherish every moment and opportunity and one day look back on it dearly through the rest of your life.
It's hard to be introspective, when you're in the moment, but it's just to appreciate everything that you're going through. It's a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and it's hard to explain that, to somebody who's 50 years younger, and it sounds funny coming from somebody who's 50 years older.
We're saying goodbye to one of Air Academy's most beloved teachers this year, as he's retiring after teaching here for 26 years. When you add on the time Mr. Bueller spent as a student, that's 30 years in the building. Mr. Bueller has taught generations of students the foundations of engineering and just why he's so passionate about it. Mr. Bueller, a longtime teacher at Air Academy and an alumni, is retiring. Graduating in 1984, there's nobody that's been here longer than him. This school has always been a special place to him, he says, and he'll miss coming into the building and seeing his students. A standout moment from his time at Air Academy is a student that he had teaching math, who, after failing algebra twice, took his class and went on to become a math major in college. It's undeniable the impact that Mr. Bueller has had over his 30 years at the school, and despite him not permanently leaving the school, he will certainly be missed greatly. Despite his long time at Air Academy, he still says that he can't let it go, and will come back soon as a substitute teacher. Besides substitute teaching, he says that in retirement, he plans to travel and rest, but he doesn't yet know all of what he will do.
What am I gonna miss about this place? Holy cow. I've spent over half my life here. I'm an alumni, or an alum. I graduated in '88, so I've been associated with Air Academy High School since 1984. I'm gonna miss just coming here, being a part of Kadet culture. And that's why I don't want to completely give that up. I want to come back and still be a part of it. But yeah, it's just, this place is special.
I've never taken an engineering class, but a lot of my friends have, and they all talk about how great of a teacher Mr. Bueller is.
Yeah, it's sad to see him leave, but we're super excited to see what he does next. Up next for Culture Kitchen, our entire broadcasting team had a blast tailgating before the boys lacrosse game and talking with members of the team about grilling and everything lacrosse.
I'm Benjamin Blodgett here with Air Academy's very own lacrosse team. Here today with Coach Gold, Scott, and Chase. And today we're going to be doing Air Academy's first ever tailgate, going to be grilling some. And Coach, before we get into it, I got to ask you, are you a big grill guy?
No, man, my dad ran the grill at home, so that's out of my wheelhouse. So I'm trusting you to take us home today.
Well, as we go, I'm going to put some bacon grease on here just to start. But are you a hot dog or a hamburger guy?
Hamburgers all the way.
Hamburgers all the way. Are you putting all the toppings on there, or are you sticking pretty plain?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm at Five Guys, I'm getting pretty much everything on the menu.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see you. So, I mean, I guess we'll get into some of the lacrosse questions here. We're going into the rivalry game here, Air Academy, Cheyenne Mountain. What does prep looks like for you guys as a team?
Yeah, I mean, our motto this whole season has just been taking everything one day at a time, trying to get better every single day. So, you know, as much as this game means a little bit more because of who we're playing, it's just approaching it like it's any other game. You know, it's a game for a conference championship, and that's why it matters. But as long as we keep getting better every day, that's what the prep is.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys have also had an incredible season, going 13-0. Cheyenne is 9-4 going into this game. And you say you like to take things one day at a time, really. What's that approach looking like for this game specifically?
Yeah, I mean, we know what they like to do. They know what we like to do. There's a lot of familiarity there, but you know, if you lose sight of coming to practice and working every single day, then you kind of miss on the opportunities to continue improving. So, you know, it's being prepared for what we're going to see tonight, but knowing that as long as we control, then we'll be good to go.
And then talking about that preparedness, if you could tell us just a little bit about, sorry, it's a little hard to hear with the planes and the grill, but if you could tell us a little bit about, I mean, prepping defensively and offensively for this game, and just your prep schedule, your practice schedule overall for the season.
Yeah, it's been a really busy season. I mean, we kind of lucked out with some early games that were bunched together, so we got a little bit more time in between games at the end, a little more time to refine things and work on things. But, you know, Cheyenne Mountain's a team that likes to slow the game down. They like to try to make you wait them out. And so as long as, you know, we control the tempo and do the things that we talked about in practice this week, we'll be good to go.
Great to hear. And I'm going to get you with another fun question here. I know you said you were a hamburger guy. If you are having a hot dog, are you going to put relish on it, or mustard, or ketchup? What's the toppings looking like for the hot dog?
Yeah, I'm strictly a ketchup guy when it comes to dogs.
Ketchup.
I might throw some relish on there, but that's about all you're going to get.
Okay. And then when it comes to, I mean, this game, obviously, conference championship, it's pretty important going into the postseason. After this game, based on, I mean, if you do proceed in the season, are you looking to make any more changes, or what are you looking to perfect as the season continues forward after this important game?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I think, you know, our level of competition that we've been playing against has really ramped up the last couple of weeks. And so, you know, we've really done well at getting good at things that we do well. And so it's just a matter of making sure that we're adjusting to what we expect to see from the other teams. I think is the biggest difference. We've had a lot of games that, you know, we've played really well in and been good at things that we do, but to continue getting better, you got to be ready for somebody to try to stop that. You know, other people got film on us now, and so we got to be ready to adjust.
Absolutely. And then another question here, kind of about, I mean, the team structure as a whole. You've got some great scoring players on your team. You guys put up incredible numbers, going like 14-1, having these ridiculous scores. With all these great scores on your team, what are you looking to see in this game specifically? Are you looking to see a continuation of that scoring trend? Are you looking to see more strong defense limiting your opponents to those small numbers? Or what kind of actions are you looking to see players take this game?
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, our offense is just as good as our defense. We can kind of play a lot of different styles based on what the other team wants to do. If they want to play a low-scoring game, our defense is good enough that we're going to hold them to a few goals. If they want to play run and gun, we can run and gun faster than they can. So, you know, we really can get to pretty much whatever we want to do on the field. It's just a matter of, I don't know, seeing what's in front of us.
Absolutely. I appreciate that answer. And I guess before I talk to some of the players here, I do have one last question for you today. This is the conference championship. This is the rivalry game for Air Academy. I mean, every time we play Cheyenne in any sport, it's always competitive. There's always a crowd. How has it been preparing mentally for this game? Have you changed anything with that?
No, I mean, I think the focus has been the same since the fall, when we started fall workouts, you know? Like, we know the history of this rivalry has not been in our favor for the last, decade plus, until last year in the playoffs. So, there's not a difference in preparation from anything we've been doing this year. We know that if we come out and control the game and play the game that we're supposed to, then we got a really, really good shot to have a lot of fun with that.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, Coach. I'm going to scoop these up, try my best to get them all. Do you have any last words to share with us before we go over and talk to some of the players here?
No, it's been a really awesome season. The support that we've had from the Air Academy community, from the Springs community at large has been awesome. It's been great to have people coming out to our games. Great to be, talking about lacrosse to the school and the greater community. So just really appreciate the spotlight that you guys are putting on our team and our sport.
Of course. The hot dogs are ready. We're going to get some burgers in here, but I'd love to speak with some of the players here. We've got Scotty and Chase. If y'all want to come over. So we get the burgers. And y'all can grab some hot dogs if you want. The burgers are almost ready. So, I mean, what are you guys getting right into this interview? I want to hear what you guys are excited to do this game. Really hear about what kind of plays you're looking to make, what kind of impacts you're looking to have today.
Well, for me as a goalie, I'm just looking to help out my team wherever I can, They're gonna make opportunities for me. My defense is gonna give me the shots I want to see, and I hope not to have I might not have a crazy game, but I'm just here to play for the team and just kind of do whatever I can.
Glad to hear that. And I mean, your season so far has been great. I've looked through all the scores of all the Air Academy games. I've been at a few of them before. And I mean, you're getting crazy stops. You're not allowing scores. And your team's defense overall is great. When it comes to playing in this game especially, when there are stakes on the line, how do you personally kind of mentally prep for that?
I feel like in the past we've had a big issue with when we're playing teams like Cheyenne Mountain, where we kind of over-centralize, we're playing Cheyenne Mountain, this is going to be a rough game, So for going into this one, I'm kind of just clearing my mind, going to it like it's a normal game. I don't want to we've had times before where we put so much pressure on it, when we were a much better team, and then we just kind of fall short because we just have guys crumble in that moment. So I'm just walking into it like it's a normal game.
Appreciate the answer to that question. I'm personally feeling a little hungry. I don't know if you guys are hot dog or hamburger guys, but help yourself. I'm gonna grab a hot dog personally. I'm a hot dog guy, but yeah, y'all feel free. I'll get y'all some plates. So dig in, y'all. Go get Coach Gold one too. And y'all go first, I can bring up the rear here. So, you two guys, did you guys have a lot of barbecues when you were young? Y'all still barbecue families, or not so much?
I used to live in Oregon. We would have barbecues at my neighbor's house and stuff, so yeah, not so much now that I'm in Colorado, actually.
So much now, so this is a rare occasion for you.
Yeah.
We're a big barbecue family at my house.
Big barbecue family.
We'll go eat buffalo burgers and
Oh, buffalo. So y'all are getting fancy with it.
Yeah.
Well, let me grab some toppings over here too. Scoot along. But yeah, I guess going back to the game, we've talked a little bit about the defense. As a goalie, I was curious if you could speak a little bit to how it feels to work cohesively as a team, especially on the defense, and how you've practiced that. Because your defense runs very well. It runs like a well-oiled machine. And I can't say I don't see the communication when I've watched you guys play between the defense. And I was wondering what it looks like to practice that.
Well, it's pretty, so we know, everybody knows what they need to do. We all trust each other, especially we'll have guys that communication is insanely important. So I'll have guys like Thomas Young, Logan Austin, and it's just kind of we all trust each other to make the right calls. So you know, if I make a call and then another guy will make a call overriding me, you know, I'll trust him to make that call or anything like that, you know. We all trust that we know what we're doing, and if somebody sees something that we like or if somebody like sees something else, we might change it up, depending on what they say.
Would you say trust is a really big part of these games for you?
Huge. Like, I mean, we have guys coming off the bench. Like, it's really important that we don't go, okay, they're coming off the bench, they might not make a good play here and overextend. It's like really important that we go, we trust that he's gonna make the stop, you know? Guys coming off the bench, we trust that they're gonna make a stop, we trust that they're gonna make plays.
Well, it's good to hear that. I mean, especially in very effective teams, you hear a lot about what it is to be a good teammate and really supporting the people around you. And a huge part of that is trusting the other players on your team to do their job just as well as you would do yours. And Chase, I was wondering if I could talk to you a little bit about the offensive side of the game. And I mean, going into Cheyenne Mountain, you guys are a high-scoring team. They're substantially less high-scoring. But even considering that, what ways have you prepared yourself as a team and as an individual player especially to go out there even at this rivalry game and still put up those same numbers as a player?
Well, we know what it takes to succeed, and I feel like our offense is going to perform really well. And where we find success is like, you know, either it's dodging down the alley or dodging the net. Like, I feel like all around, like we're just mentally prepared and you know, just ready for what's next.
And you guys are getting fueled up here before the game. For both of you, I would say, to what extent are you guys like excited for this game at all? I mean, playing the rivalry team, playing at home on a Saturday, this is a high emotions game, and I was curious if I could get some insight into your guys' personal feelings and that for this game.
Well, I know me certainly, I grew up with a few guys on the other team, play with them club ball in the summer, so there's like a big rivalry there, you know, knowing these guys for a while, there's like kind of like a close rivalry with that, you know, it's kind of like when you want to like beat your close friends or something like that, like, yeah, so I'm pretty excited, yeah.
I'm pretty excited, just, you know, like, last year, the like tensions were high and stuff with this team, of course, it always is, they're a rival, of course, but you know it's going to be a tough one, but I feel like if we just play our game, everything should be all right.
All right, well, you guys heard it here. I mean, this team is excited to play. I'm excited to watch you guys play. Hopefully I'll be able to interview you guys afterwards maybe. And yeah, I'm looking forward to an exciting rivalry game here this Saturday coming up after this pregame show. And then the action will be starting soon, hopefully.
It was really fun to be able to go out early for our last live stream of the year and have some fun before the game.
Yeah, and it was great to see the lacrosse team go out and get the win against Cheyenne. And it's the third win over Cheyenne that we've live streamed this year.
For sure. Anytime we play them, it's always a fight. Well, Audrey, this is your last episode, so I'll let you introduce our last segment, covering all the senior activities that went on over the last year.
Yeah, these past few weeks have really gone by in the blink of an eye, so let's take a moment and look back at all of the senior moments from this past few weeks.
Air Academy's senior breakfast was held at the Flying W Ranch as an opportunity for the class of 2026 seniors to step away from school for a little while and spend time together before they graduate. This was a heartwarming experience for all cadets to remember who they are as a class and what they've accomplished. The event was more than just a meal, it was a chance for these seniors to celebrate their identity and belonging at this school. Sometimes all of the work we do here can be overwhelming, and it's important to take some time off and remember how far you've come. On Friday, the 8th of May, we had our annual Senior Exit Assembly. It's the last day of school for our seniors and is an amazing celebration at the end of the school year. These seniors celebrate, give speeches, and give one last goodbye to Air Academy High School before stepping out of the building for the final time. Then the classes move up, with the juniors shifting over into the senior section and every class below following after. It's a bittersweet farewell for everyone and an amazing end to the school year. On Wednesday, May 13th, 2026, seniors from Air Academy High School graduated at Clune Arena on the Air Force Academy. After 4 years of hard work, a whopping 312 students will be walking. Clune Arena hosts all District 20 graduations. This year the graduations fall on Tuesday and Wednesday with 3 schools each day. However, this may be the last year that students attend graduation on the Air Force Academy. as talks are ongoing to move graduation to the Broadmoor World Arena in southern Colorado Springs to accommodate all families in the district. Well, that's it for our last Air Academy News of the Year. Thank you for watching this year. We can't wait to see you next year and continue serving up the best newscast we can.
And for all the seniors here at the desk, except for Schmitty, this is our final farewell for Air Academy News. So thank you guys so much for all of your support, and as always, Sko'Dets!